Okay, so the purpose of this lab is to get you familiar with the HR diagram and also more familiar with the life cycle of stars. So, as you know, the HR diagram is a diagram that represents stars, their temperatures, their luminosity, which is how much energy they're giving off. Um, and it's a basic compare. It allows you to compare stars to one another. Uh, and so, what you're going to be doing is using this website called Star in a Box to explore where stars are in the HR diagram and what their life cycles are um, as they proceed through their life stages. So, when you open the slideshow, you're going to have the title slide, tasks. So, there are three tasks, which are Star in a Box, exploration, the HR diagram exploration, and then lab questions for the exit ticket. And so, for part one, it just walks you through what is on the website. So when you open the box, you'll see something that opens like this. And so there are several different things that you can find on this website. So the first are the HR diagram itself. So as you notice on the bottom, there's temperature, and this is in Kelvins, which is a unit of temperature. And then on the y-axis is the luminosity. And remember that this is always in comparison to the sun. So our sun would be 0, or sorry, our sun is 1. And then everything that is either brighter than the sun or dimmer than the sun is listed here. All right. So things that are above 1 are brighter. Things that are below 1 are not as bright. It also has the mass. So you'll see the mass listed as 1, which means that it's the same mass as the sun. You can increase this or decrease this and make it bigger or smaller than the sun. It also has age, which tells you how old the sun is at that point of its stage. So the path of the sun, or sorry, the path of the star is kind of shown by these dashed lines. So as the star goes through its path, it'll follow the dashed lines. And so right now it's stopped at this dot. And so at this dot, it looks like it's about 10.3 million years old. In addition to the graph, it also gives you different characteristics. So the first one is size and color. The second one is temperature. The middle light bulb one is luminosity. The fourth one is a stopwatch, which is time. And then the last one is like a measuring mass. And so this one will show you mass. And you can click the I button to get more information about these characteristics. So all the slides have more information about what specifically the website tells you. In addition to what I've just mentioned, you can also get the age of not the age, but what stage the star is in as it goes through. So here, for example, if we looked at the sun, right, if you start off along this yellow path, it's a main sequence star, so it'll say main sequence. And then as the sun ages, it becomes a red giant, and then as eventually it's in its final stage, it's a white dwarf. So you'll see that. So let me just, I'm going to scroll down to slide 9. I'm going to click on the website. When you click on the website, it'll open the box. And so you want to make sure that it's on normal. You're going to hit open the lid. And when you hit open the lid, like I said, it'll start off as 1 times the sun. So this is, our star has the same mass as the sun right now. It's also at 1, so which means that it has about the same luminosity as our sun. And then the temperature, I would say, is around, well, actually it tells you. So our temperature is around 6 thousand Kelvins right now. And so, like I said, you can click through these, and it'll show you the temperature, the luminosity, the time sequence, and the mass of the whatever star you're looking at. When you hit play, the star will go through its phase. You can hit play as many times as you want. You can slow it down. You can make it really slow. It's really up to you. The other cool thing that you can do is once you hit play, and the star is starting to go through its phases, you can pause it at specific times. So I'll wait for it to maybe get to red giant, and then I'll pause it. I take a little bit. Slowly getting there. So you can see that the black dot is slowly creeping up. And so now if I pause it, now it's a red giant. It'll go to, and then it's a white dwarf. So you can, again, play around with this, repeat this as many times as you need to. And for the lab, you're going to be filling out this table. So there are 4 columns: low mass, medium mass, high mass, and very high mass. And then there are 5 rows. So how does the mass change over time? How does this luminosity change over time? How does this temperature change over time? How long does the star live? And does it go supernova? So, like, as I said, you can change the mass down here. So if I was to make the mass really big to 40, this would be a very high mass. So anything either 30 times bigger or 40 times bigger is a very high mass star. And right now I have it on mass. So if I click play, just happened. I think that was actually, let's see. So I'm going to set it really maybe slow. So as we see, it's getting, the mass is decreasing. But it's getting bigger. And then if we looked at its luminosity, right, its luminosity is staying the same, right? It's staying around the same brightness, it looks like. And then, but if we looked at temperature, let's see what's going to happen to its temperature. So if there's a warning that it's going to go supernova, right? So I guess I gave that one away. So does it go supernova? So our very high mass stars, we know that the really big ones are the ones that go supernova or become black holes. And so it'll tell, I guess it warns you whether or not it's going to go supernova. So yeah, you're basically going to complete this table with using the website. Remember, you can repeat as many times as you need to. You can click the box for more information. And once you're done with that, there is the second part talks about the HR diagram. So again, we've seen this guy before. You have at the bottom, like in the website, you have the temperature on the bottom. It's increasing from left to right. You have luminosity on the Y side. Our sun is at 1, everything above is brighter, everything below is dimmer. And so you're answering these 3 questions about the HR diagram. And then for part 3, there are practice. So this is the advanced version. For the advanced version, you're going to be dragging these dots to the place that they belong to on the graph. And then the final part of this is the lab questions. So again, you're going to be going back to the website and basically following the directions in the question and using the website to answer this question. So for this first question says set the mass to 1, And then observe the phases. So you're going to hit play, and then you're going to pay attention to what happens as the star goes through its cycle up here. And then based on that, you can either highlight your answer or you can delete the ones that are incorrect. So that's all for this lab.